Did you make any unique equipment choices for this race?
Nothing I'd call weird. I'll be running my Epic full suspension. I'll still keep the bike yoke dropper on there, not necessarily because it's technical, but I think there's an advantage like coming down Columbine. Like I can sit on the saddle and be aero and tucked, so I'm not fatiguing myself in a race that long. I personally will never race a hardtail in a race that's going to be 6-7 hours. No, like maybe if it was like a gravel race or something like that, but on true like mountain terrain, dirt roads, and it's bumpy, I think I'm going to be more comfortable and happy on the full suspension. So I'm sticking with that. One change that Ice Friction is bringing to the table is they're actually coating my cassette and my chainring with wax for a few extra games. So I'll have a full Ice Friction drivetrain on the day. So that comes today, which I'm pretty excited about. And I'll obviously post that on Instagram for everybody to see what that looks like. But I was joking with them that we're making a new SRAM colorway for them because it'll be like that like blue gray tint that the wax is. So doing that, but that's like the only difference. I'll still run 235 Renegades, which I ran at XC. I was considering running narrower tires, but I talked to our tire team and the rolling resistance difference is one, negligible between the two, but also like on the bumpier rough terrain, running those 235s at a more comfortable pressure will actually make me faster overall and overall more comfortable. I think like when you look at things, right, like I think it comes down to associating violence with speed. Everybody feels like a hardtail with super pinner tires and a rigid post is fast, but I think after testing and having some like metrics to really look at what makes a bicycle fast, like having more comfort in the tires, but also the ability to conform to the terrain will actually make the energy go forward instead of like bouncing up, which is where you feel that violence. So I feel like there's some parts on the course where the hardtail will be faster, but if you look at the course as a whole, I think the fastest bike, especially for me, is a full suspension with the 235 tires and a dropper. And it's just always also what I'm used to. I'm not going to try to do something completely foreign for the day.
Still trying to figure that out, I guess. I did take off my dropper post, that's for sure. I still don't know if I'm riding the hardtail or the full suspension. Still like pondering my options there. I'm running 2.25 Aspens, which I normally run 2.4, so I guess that's a fair bit different. Running a 36 tooth chainring as normal. Yeah, so I guess the equipment hasn't drastically changed. It's just like small bits and pieces, but yeah, that's about it.
In terms of like unique, like nothing really in particular. Like I'm not going to be running aero bars or anything. I have made sure like I've found some comfortable positions on the bike to get aero. So maybe wrap a bit of bar tape around the middle of the bars just so it's a bit more comfortable right there. Besides that, not too much. I think we're really lucky to be sponsored by companies like Canyon and Shimano, just have the best like equipment out there. And I'll be on the Canyon Lux. I think I could have chosen the Exceed, which is the hardtail, but I think over a race that's that long, the hardtail, even though it's not like a technical mountain bike race, will beat you up more than you might think. And the Lux is not that much heavier. It's like my bike weighs about 20 pounds. So it's pretty light for a full suspension. Yeah, no dropper post. And I'll just wear a normal jersey and bibs because for a race that long, I prefer being comfortable over maybe a marginal gain. That like that comfort is maybe a little bit more energy in the long run. So it probably evens itself out.
Well, so for me, the biggest change would be actually getting a hardtail, specialized hardtail. I'm a big fan of full suspension technology, and a lot of the racing I've done in the past kind of required that sort of bike. So that's kind of what I've been riding last few years. But going into Leadville this year, I really wanted to have the lightest bike. I wanted to have that, like, I don't consider myself this mountain goat climber, so I needed the bike that that can help me to be the best mountain goat climber. And so yeah, getting back on the hardtail, which obviously I spent many years racing hardtail, and Leadville is not technical, so it's not like I'm worried about the technicality and managing the hardtail. But I am running hardtail with C dropper because once you go that route, it's really hard to go back. And I think the descending even at Leadville is still, it's high speed. There's some cornering, and the C dropper will help. And the bike itself is super light, so adding the dropper post is not a big disadvantage. And I'm still kind of playing around with a couple ideas as far as tires selection. I'm probably gonna run the Maxxis Aspen 2.25. But like I said, I need a couple more rides on the course to really finalize that selection. So
No, and thinking about this, I'm wondering, like, is there something I maybe should have done? I think it goes back to I've had so little time I can't overthink anything because I just don't even have time. I kind of run what I brung. My mountain bike seems to be in decent condition. It's worked for me on my long training rides, and I'm just going to go with it.
I'd say my biggest equipment choice is using Instagram to troll Keegan and start making him second guess what he's doing. Are you sure you want that? That tire, that looks kind of thick, man. Like that's, I don't know. I'm gonna be on a dually. I'm gonna be on the Canyon Lux with a 36 front ring. I think you need the 36 late in the day to still climb power line. 38 might be a little hefty. I was between the two. And some prototype IRC 2.25 tires. The same tires I used in the white rim and the Cocapelli. They should be released soon. And a high post, stiff post. No dropper. I mean, you're climbing 10,000 feet. I mean, climbing is paramount. That said, I need the dually to try to keep up with the real mountain bike senders on the downhills, because that's actually where I lost the pace of the winter, was off the descent of Columbine, and our gap actually kind of stayed the same in 2019, even over the power line. Although, so yeah, I know I need to go downhill faster this year. So I'm going with the dually, but I'm going with the high post and just gonna like slam my belly button on that thing.
I was pretty torn about bike choice up until yesterday. I just kind of had to have a conversation with my coach just to confirm what bike to race. The Juliana Wilder is my full suspension, and it's light, and I've really enjoyed riding it. So I was hoping to ride that, but I did choose to ride my Santa Cruz Highball, which is my hardtail. I do think this is a race that's going to be won on the climbs primarily, and that bike is the lighter option. So that's what I'm going for. And I'm also planning to ride a 2.4 Aspen on the front with a 2.25 Aspen Maxxis Aspen in the rear. And then my reserve 28 wheels, which are a little wider. They add nice volume. And then I would say for clothing equipment, thing that I like to do is at Twin Lakes, before I start my climb up to Columbine, I will include a wind jacket in that stop to put in my pocket, just because it's a safe option. That's super high up there, and you just never know what could roll in the mountains for weather. And if something was to happen, like that could make or break your debut.
I'll be racing my hardtail for this race, so my Trek Pro Caliber, which nowadays can be considered a unique equipment choice since full suspensions are so light now, and everyone seems to go with that. But I think for this race, every little bit will really make a big difference. So that light and fast setup is going to be really big for me. And then I'm still debating on tires. I've been leaning towards a faster, lighter tire as well, somewhere between a 2.1 and a 2.25. So we'll see once I put wheels to the ground this week and kind of decide. And then I'm also leaning towards a smaller chainring, because I think fatigue and those steep climbs will definitely get you out there. I'm considering the skin suit. I think that might be a factor. Normally for these long races, I like the jersey just for the comfort, but I will see. That is something that I packed that I wouldn't normally pack for a race quite this long. So that is a unique thing I'm considering as well.
You know, I've ridden the road pedals in the past, and honestly, I've ridden my mountain bike so much this year that the road shoes and pedals feel weird on the mountain bike now. So I guess I'm officially converted over the light side. But yeah, I think really the main thing is you know, I'm running some relatively small tires. They're like 2.25, pretty thin sidewalls for mountain bike racing. And then yeah, I did some dropper post. You know, it's pretty sad to see that go. It was pretty fun, pretty rowdy, but I don't think we'll need it out there for Leadville. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Might put a little bit of partake in the middle of the handlebars so we can hang out in that aero position on the road section. But yeah, nothing too fancy. Running dual suspension. Because you know, I'm not getting any younger. My back would definitely hurt after 6.5 hours. Honestly, it's not forecast to be super hot, but I find that like it's still relatively slow mountain biking. And my real Achilles heel is the heat. So I mean, I'm going to be running the full vents in the helmet. Probably run like a lightweight, like climber's jersey versus like an aero jersey. Again, just to stick and move, because yeah, I mean, getting thermostat off for this guy. Yeah, I would keep it quick. So staying cool and staying hydrated.
Yes. I don't really want to let the cat out of the bag, but I am not doing a carbon bicycle for Leadville. I know. Whoa. Everyone's freaking out about it. No, I'm super excited. It's a really special project, and it is just as competitive as my carbon bikes have ever been. And I'm just really stoked on it. I don't know. Again, going back to that like mental space. I'm honestly going out there to enjoy myself, because I had a hard time doing that the last time I raced it. So I actually have been rocking a short sleeve skin suit this season, and it's pretty comfy. I never thought I would be a skin suit person, but really it's honestly just for ease of peeing, because last time at Leadville, Rose and I kind of swapped spots a couple times because we were each peeing. So this is really honestly just a peeing strategy move here. It's easier for me to just peel it off one layer and then put it back on. I am really honestly trying to race without a pack as much as possible, because I just don't love it. So no pack. I will not have aero bars on. I don't think that's like a thing.
If you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up.
If you didn't like this video, you can give it a thumbs down, but let us know what you would have done differently in the comments below.
If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to become a faster cyclist, check out TrainerRoad.com.
Do it.